Now, I know more than anybody that Americans want to see arrest, but the pile of deep state crimes may be much larger than we ever expected. The actions taken by the deep state against President Trump and the truth tellers and all of America were very dark and sinister. Americans want justice now, but it appears wherever they look, some new significant criminal act is uncovered. Despite what is done, the far left will criticize the FBI and DOJ for partaking in retribution tour, trying to get back at Biden,
While Putin is trying to undo our elections,
Obama, and Hillary for their sinister crimes. President Trump's son, Eric Trump, outlined to Chris Cuomo the difference between the actions of the current DOJ and FBI and the actions of Obama's deep state DOJ and FBI.
You've been on the receiving end of the very same people that I've been on the receiving end of. And so to play coy with me as if this isn't happening in the United States of America just seems ironic and foolish given what you've been through more so than anybody.
Hold on a second. What did you just say that you think I'm doing? I'm asking you questions about whether or not if something is wrong, it is also wrong to do the same thing when you get back in power, which certainly happened the first time the administration came in. You went right after Biden, and I don't mean you weren't part of the administration. I'll get to you in a second in terms of what's going on right now. But if you think I'm playing coy, you don't know me as well as you should.
Chris,
I'm not playing coy. I know what happened to me.
Chris,
I'm saying that what is happening now looks like what was done to you. That's why I'm asking the question.
Did we raid Biden's home? You know, did we try and bankrupt Biden? Did they come after us? Did we weaponize every AG and DA? Against Biden? Do we do that against Hunter Biden, who had a laptop from hell, pictures of cocaine, illicit drug use, prostitution? Did we do that? Did we make up a dirty dossier about Biden? Did they try and destroy Biden's marriage? Was any of that true? I mean, did we make up stories that Biden had secret servers in the basement of his home communicating with the Kremlin in Russia? Did we strip Biden off the ballot of multiple states? Did we take Biden off of Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and try and silence his voice so he couldn't communicate? Did we put Biden in a courtroom every single day? 91 felony counts that have all been overturned for my father now, right? For nonsense, to try and keep him off of a campaign trail and to try and destroy his life? Did we do any of that? And the answer is no. I mean, if Comey lied and Republicans want to prosecute him, okay, then you know how many people they went after for perjury?
Eric Trump just left Chris Cuomo in a state of shock, a state of absolute shock after the truth was dumped on him. And by the end, Cuomo didn't have a word left. Over the past 8 years, Democrats illegally spied on presidential candidate and even President Trump, weaponized intelligence agencies and law enforcement to hobble his presidency, impeached him twice for nothing, tried to bankrupt him for non-fraud, attempted to imprison him 4 times for non-crimes, threw his top aides and supporters in prison, threw him off the ballot in several states, nearly assassinated him twice, now have activist judges sabotaging his second presidency. Most Senate Republicans are finally angry and learned the FBI had spied on 8 of them. Welcome to the fight, Senate Republicans. Some of you have been in this fight all along. Some of you have not. Most of you have not. Better late than never, I guess.
We had
Kash Patel recently gave some examples of the corrupt and criminal acts that were hidden by the deep state that he is now finding. Americans don't seem to care. They wish he would just go faster.
We had Jack Smith spying on elected United States senators and representatives, and they knew who they were calling, where they were calling from, where the person was receiving the call, who was receiving the call. You have fired the agents that were involved in that operation. What can you tell us about it?
Sean, I want to peel this onion carefully. Look, They put this information, those that weaponized the FBI, prior leadership at DOJ and FBI, they took this information where they subpoenaed 8 sitting United States senators, put it in a lockbox, put that lockbox in a vault, and then put that vault in a cyber place where no one can see or search these files. They're called restricted access and prohibited access. Restricted access means some people get to see it. Prohibited access, you put it in there when you want to hide it from the world, and that takes the authorization of the Attorney General and the Director of the FBI. So not only did they weaponize this law enforcement, but when we got in there, and when I got in as the FBI Director, from my experience as Russiagate, I knew where to look and what rooms to open and what doors to kick down. And that's what we did. We found this information to expose the politicization by Jack Smith and the prior Department of Justice. I mean, just think about it. 8 sitting United States senators. Phone records were gathered and subpoenaed through the grand jury process, and it was buried and wormholed with the hope that no one would find it. So we're just scratching the surface here, but accountability is coming. You're darn right I fired those agents. You're darn right I blew up CR-15, the Public Corruption Squad that led the weaponization at the Washington field office. We're just warming up, but we are running our investigations to the ground. We are finding every single person involved. We will not leave a single room locked. We will go in through all the prohibited access requirements, and we will find the material and show the American public, like we have done in this FBI, more transformative and transparent than any in the U.S. history, to bring accountability to the American people. And we will work with our partners in Congress, who should be furious at the prior administration's leadership and weaponization and singular politicization of law enforcement. The American public sees what we're doing, Sean, with the stats you just read off in the beginning. They see what we're doing here to unseal the vault and show the world how the deep state actually operated. It's not a Republican fiction. This is what Donald Trump was put in place to do, and I'm honored to be his FBI director to lead this charge. And the men and women at the FBI, we're all in on this mission.
We're just warming up, but we are running investigations to the ground. We're finding every single person involved. We will not leave a single room locked, and we will find the material, show the American public, to bring accountability to the American people. The American public sees what we're doing to unseal the vault and show the world how the deep state actually operated. This is what Donald Trump was put in place to do, and I'm honored to be his FBI director to lead this charge. Almost a decade ago, we kept hearing TikTok. Is this just TikTok as well, or are arrests coming? At this pace, and after the bill bars action to protect the deep state, Americans have the right to be upset with the lack of arrest. And people actually believe those responsible for the attempted coup, the coup attempt of a duly elected sitting U.S. president, will go unpunished? End to our constitutional republic? No equal justice under the law? No accountability? Escape unscathed? Enjoy the next phase. I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. See you back here in the next Patriot Hour update video.